So every conference, especially women's conferences, need a call to action. And there's lots of call to actions already placed here, but Tracy and Eva BC have been kind enough to give us an opportunity to just ask all of you to join a really important call to action. In fact, an historic call to action in terms of in a Canadian context, because Than Canada is launching a new campaign called More Than a Footnote. And it's in reference to the fact that women with disabilities need to be more than a footnote in policy, in services, and in the community. And so this poster is available outside. You can see there, I'm asking all of you, and I really, if you could imagine the power of having 300 of you do this, because this just doesn't happen, is if each of you can please consider today how important it would be for you to join this campaign. Up there on the screen is the information. You write into Than Canada's email address, which is morethan-a-footnote@thancanada.net. Today, you are going to help empower women with disabilities here in British Columbia and across this country. I'm asking all of you to take this action today. If you can't take it today, take it back to your offices and take it times 10. That would be even better. Julie's going to share a little bit about what she's been doing here in British Columbia so you can really understand how important it is to women with disabilities here in British Columbia. And again, up there also is Than Canada's Twitter handle. There's a hashtag for the campaign, hashtag More Than a Footnote WWD. Thank you. Merci.
Thanks, Bonnie. So as many of you know, because you've been on my my provincial regional action teams in Haida Gwaii, Prince George, Revelstoke, and Vancouver, I've been working really hard the last year and a half to pull together some action items that we can do to address why women with disabilities are just footnotes in policy and legislation. So some of the action items are on this poster, but I'll just read them out so that you can think about these things when you go back to your teams and your offices. One of them is there is a definite ask for training for frontline workers to better support women with disabilities and deaf women. There's a need for community education, including public awareness campaigns and anti-violence education for youth. And I'll just add, it's not on the poster because there's more elaborate asks, but also on human rights education to understand that women with disabilities have human rights equal to other women in their communities. There's definitely need for services that are specific for women with disabilities and deaf women, including everything from life skills training, access to employment services, and culturally sensitive services for Indigenous women. And there also needs to be, I would like to use the more powerful word, not review, reform of legislation and policy that leaves women with disabilities out or footnotes them. And also to apply a truly intersectional lens, not to just have us as checklists within a long list of different kinds of groups that maybe we should look at some point. And again, as Bonnie said, you can email Than Canada at morethan-a-footnote@thancanada.net. Follow Dawn on Twitter. There's going to be a roundtable in Ottawa on December 1st, and we'll be live tweeting. There's ways you can amplify the things coming out of that meeting, and there'll be other action items. And finally, we're going to be putting calls out twice a month for specific actions community can take. And if you join the email list, then you'll get those calls for action, and that would be really amazing.
So just one time, everybody together. Women with disability are what? More than a footnote. All together? More than a footnote. Thank you.
Thank you.